Um, Before you watch this video, I just want to say, please be patient with me. I'm brand new. I realize I'm doing it right now. I have trouble looking at the camera, and I tend to look at myself instead. But be patient with me, please. Please keep your criticism to constructive criticism. Um, I know there are things about me that are not as attractive as some other people in this world, but there's not much I can do about it between this video and the next. So, like I said, bear with me. I'm trying, and enjoy the video. Hi, my name's Ayanna, and this is going to be the first video on my YouTube channel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a series of questions that I have here on my phone. It's not a challenge or anything, so that's kind of boring, but it's something that I've wanted to do, and I'm also probably in my next video going to go out and ask some other people the same questions. So I just thought, you know, it might be fun. So the first question is, the first question is, if you could be any character on Game of Thrones, who would it be and why? And my answer to that question is, oh my gosh, I had an answer. I mean, I would be Jon Snow, and I'm thinking, in my personal opinion, I think he's gonna come back in the next season. So, but if then the other person that I had thought of was Arya, and the reason that I think of Arya is just because like she's so super badass, right? And just like, even though at the end of the last season, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched the end of the last season, she went blind at the end of the last season. I really feel like she's still gonna kick some serious ass, even though she's blind, and that should be a huge handicap for her. But I don't think it's going to be. So yeah, I actually decided I would be Arya rather than Jon Snow. Even if he does come back, I think he's going to be a huge, like, story arc. I think that he's got a lot more that he needs to do before they can actually kill him off. But you never know, right? Okay, so moving on to the next question. Oh, I like this one. What would be your preferred weapon in the zombie apocalypse? I know, obviously, I don't want to go with a gun because once the zombie apocalypse hits, there's, it's going to be a long time before we can rebuild and be able to make more ammunition and stuff like that. So I'd have to go with a handheld weapon. I mean, a hand-to-hand weapon. I mean, not a handheld, obviously, a gun's handheld. But anyway, I would have to say I would want, like, a sword, or, I mean, a crossbow would be nice, but again, there's the ammunition issue. You could always make more arrows, but at the same time, you have to, it's not a guarantee that you're going to have more arrows, so I'm not going to say. So I like the idea of a sword like Michonne has on Walking Dead, but definitely some kind of hand-to-hand weapon. And I think a sword is good because it gives you a longer range than like a machete or a knife, but in close-up situations it's not quite as good. So maybe like a sword and a knife, not necessarily a machete because that's another big one. So like a sword and like or even a screwdriver that I had with me all the time, so something like that. And so that's two. And next is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? Okay, I think that the superpower I would love to have would be to just be able to talk to anyone, no matter what language, no matter where they were from, even like, I don't know if it would translate to animals too, but that would be really cool. Yeah, that I could be a translator for anyone. I mean, and it's not the kind of superpower that I, you know, I would be worried about someone finding out about, because I can't hurt anyone with this power, but at the same time, it's really beneficial to everyone. Um, there are other things, obviously. I'd like to be invisible just for a day. I could go some places I've never been able to go, or to be able to fly. That would be really cool. But I think I'm gonna stick with the languages. I think that's the one for me. I think this is gonna be the last question. Um, so if you could visit any fictional world, what would it be and why? And I'm gonna have to say the fictional world that I would really like to visit is a world created by the author Anne Bishop. And in this world, it was, excuse me, the world was fractured because there was a like a real serious evil that was attempting to basically take everyone out. And so the world was fractured, and then the only way that you can get from some places to other places is through these bridges. Well, like, you can't just walk somewhere, even though it's a bridge and you can see across the bridge, but if you go across the bridge, you're in an entirely different place. So I think that it was called ephemera, and I think that in any excuse me, in any fictional world I could go to, I think I would go to ephemera. The other one that I had thought of was also created by Anne Bishop, and in that world there are people, there are humans, and there are others, and the others are the people. Well, they're the beings that were in the world first, and then humans came. And the others, they can turn into different things like animals. Some of them are elementals. It's a really interesting concept, but I think I might be a little overly scared to live in that world. And the thought of ephemera, that there's like magic, and I'm still thinking ephemera. Although the world of the others is really interesting as well, but I'd need one of the others to be able to protect me because I'm a wuss. So yeah, that was my 4 questions. Kind of hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Um, yeah, that's really it. And I hope you've enjoyed my artwork behind us. Uh, if anyone who doesn't know, that's Radio from Suicide Girls. She's one of my absolute favorite models in the universe. If you are over 18, suicidegirls.com is a great way. It's a great website. All of the models are tattooed and pierced. They're kind of an alternative pinup girls. So if you have a chance to check that out, you should, if you're of age. And that's my video. Thanks for watching.